Join my Patreon at patreon.com/bunnytails for the full uncut reactions. Thank you for watching. Hello everyone, I welcome you to another episode of Star Trek The Original Series. I am kind of pressed for time, so we're going to get into the episode like right away so that we have more time to talk at the end if we need to, which we probably will. I mean, come on, you guys know me. So anyways, this episode is called The Devil in the Dark, and let's just get right to it. I hope you guys will enjoy. Thank you guys so much for being here, commenting, and just being all around awesome. Just remember, don't mention any future episodes or anything like that that I haven't seen yet, even by title or anything. Just nothing, okay? Thank you guys for watching. All right, guys, enjoy. The music is already super intense.
Who's that?
It's just me, sorry.
Jerry Lee, Sam.
Some kind of mine, it looks like.
Whatever the thing is, it's already killed 50 people.
Oh.
Stay on your toes, Schmitter. Keep your phaser in your hand at all times.
What good will that do? You saw what happened to Ed Appel when he took a shot at the thing?
I'm sorry, Schmitter. I know how you feel, but we've got to have guards.
Okay, Chief.
This man is so dead. He is so dead.
If you hear anything or see anything, call in. Somebody can be here in 3 minutes.
It can happen in 3 minutes.
A lot can happen in 3 minutes.
You'll be all right.
Oh, Schmitter. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Schmitter. This had to be you, huh? Ooh. Whatever it was, it looks big.
Schmitter, like the rest, burned to a crisp.
Burned? Is it a dragon? Well, this seems like it's going to be kind of more of your usual, from what you guys are telling me, Monster of the Week kind of episode, which, aside from the man trap, I don't think we've really had something like that. I mean, like, usual for the time, not usual for Star Trek.
Mr. Spock, Dr. McCoy, and I have beamed down to meet with Chief Engineer Vanderberg.
Oh, we got these three, okay.
About 3 months ago, we opened up a new level. It's a treasure house.
If mining conditions weren't so difficult, Janus 6 could supply the mineral needs of 1,000 planets.
1,000 planets? Jeez.
First, the automatic machinery, piece by piece, started to almost disintegrate. Our maintenance engineers sent down into the drifts to repair the corroded machinery. We found them, seared to a crisp. At first, the deaths were down deep, but they've been moving up toward our levels. The last man died 2 days ago, 3 levels below this.
I'd like to examine the body.
We kept it for you. There isn't much left.
Oh, Schmitter. Not much left of him. I was gonna say,
Who else has seen this?
I have.
don't go down to those levels anymore.
Ed Appel, chief processing engineer.
But it seems like this creature is now coming up
Describe
to
it.
levels that were fine before.
It.
Ed shot it.
You mean shot at it?
No, I mean shot it. Didn't even slow it down.
He's rocking the pink though. What do you got there, Spock?
Vanderberg, what is this?
It's a silicon nodule. There are 1 million of them down there, no commercial value.
Pure silicon.
Schmitter didn't burn to death, Jim. Not in the usual sense, anyway. Explain that.
Hmm?
A chemical corrosion. Almost as if he'd been thrown into a vat of extremely corrosive acid.
Oh. Acid.
Within range of our sensors, there is no life. At least...
When that creature appears, men die.
Who's gonna be the next Schmitter? Oh, they've already got a new Schmitter down there? Yeah. Whatever that thing is, it's big. Ooh. So it burns them with acid, but they thought it was... Oh my.
How many tunnels?
Wonder if it doesn't seem to leave any acid behind.
Our sensors can pick up normal life functions at a considerable distance. But what about abnormal life functions?
What would that even be? Something that's mutated?
I wouldn't touch it, Captain.
Is it a
Extremely
like a
active,
snake
corrosive.
or a worm?
The main circulating pump for the entire reactor, it's gone.
Something just doesn't want you guys mining down here. Maybe you should listen to it.
Without the pump mechanism, the reactor will go supercritical. It could poison half the planet. We can't shut it down. It provides heat and air and life support for the whole colony.
Spock, we seem to have been given a choice. Death by asphyxiation, death by radiation poisoning.
Maybe we should evacuate everyone. How many people are on this colony? Can they fit in the Enterprise?
We don't have any spare circulating pump for a thing like that. I haven't seen a PXK in 20 years.
He's like, I'm not a collector of antiques.
Well, sir, I can put together some odds and ends, but it won't hold for long. I'll be right down. Scott out.
What happens when it breaks down?
Hopefully, we'll have found the missing part by then. If the alternative is to evacuate all you people up to the Enterprise. A dozen planets depend on you for Progenium for their reactor. They're already screaming. Reactors closing down, life support systems
I'm
failing.
concerned.
Oh. Well, this is a conundrum.
You think the creature is trying to push the colonists off the planet?
It would seem so.
But why now, Mr. Spock? These production facilities have been in operation for over 50 years.
I don't know.
They went down too deep. They woke him up.
Life as we know it is universally based on some combination of carbon compounds. But what if life exists based on another element? For instance, silicon.
It's possible that our phasers might not affect it.
Certainly not Phaser 1.
So they can't fight it by conventional means.
It may be, Doctor, a creature can exist for brief periods in such an atmosphere before returning to its own environment.
What environment? Like not of this physical plane? Are we dealing with another dimensional creature again?
You seem fascinated by this rock.
Well, it's a pearl. There's like a giant oyster worm down there.
You recall that Vandenberg commented
Maybe
there
that's
were
its
thousands
poop.
of these at a lower level.
It's like rat turds.
Do they tie in?
I don't know.
Speculate.
Is he holding a giant ball of poop?
I have already given Dr. McCoy sufficient cause for amusement. I would prefer to cogitate the possibilities for a time.
Cogitate? I never heard that. But I guess he's gonna think about it. And I think he might be thinking along the same lines of me because he doesn't want Bose to laugh at him for carrying poop around. Maybe. I don't know.
Scotty, ride herd on it. Kind words, tender loving care.
I'll do what I can, sir.
I love it when Scotty gets to do his thing.
It is vitally important that we get this installation back into production.
I'm sorry. I know some of you are really into the red shirt thing and some of you not, but look at all those red shirts going to fight this acidic monster with silicon poop running around down there.
I want your people to stay on the top level together and at a safe place. Well, gentlemen, you have your instructions. Let's get at it.
Good luck. Oh no. Look at a bunch of Schmitters or whatever his name was. Oh, I forgot. We can't forget him. Poor guy. He has to stay alive in our memories. Good old Schmitter. I love this set that they have in here. They've done a really good job with it. I'd kind of like to see, and I'm sure there is something out there, some behind the scenes of how they put some of these sets into how they erect them or whatever. I imagine there's some kind of wiring behind.
A life form, Captain.
One of our people.
No, sir. Silicon.
It's coming. Schmitter Eater, and soon to be the Schmitter Shitter. What if Spock was holding poop that was Schmitter? Ooh.
You never even had a chance to fire, Captain.
It's only been seconds since we heard him scream. The creature must still be around.
They don't seem that like worried. I'd be freaking out. I mean, obviously you can tell that they're they're a little bit stressed, but they're keeping their composure very well is what I'm trying to say, I guess.
This tunnel, my readings indicate it was made within the hour. Moments ago, in fact.
Are you certain?
What is it?
Don't.
Disappeared.
It kind of looks silly.
Did you get a shot at it?
Yes, we took a bite out of it.
Oh. They did get a piece of it.
What is it?
It's
Closest approximation I could come to
pulsating.
would be fibrous asbestos. We are dealing with a silicon creature of the deep rocks, capable of moving through solid rock as easily as we move through the air.
We had a weapon set for silicon and on full power. Yet we only damaged it. It still lives. There's nothing more dangerous than a wounded animal.
Very intriguing.
Captain, there are literally thousands of these tunnels in this general area alone. Far too many to be cut by the one creature in an ordinary lifetime.
And we're dealing with more than one creature. Or we have a creature with an extremely long lifespan.
Or it is the last of a race of creatures. If it is the only survivor of a dead race, to kill it would be a crime against science.
Not only against science,
Mr. Spock,
against morality.
our mission is to protect this colony, to get the Pergeum moving again. This is not a zoological expedition. I'm sorry, Mr. Spock, but I'm afraid the creature must die.
I see no alternative myself, Captain. It merely seems a pity.
There's something that makes me uncomfortable about... I mean, it's really a tough thing because they're not gathering this stuff for just to make like unnecessary things. They mentioned that like multiple colonies are reliant on this Pergium or whatever for their life support.
Surround it, possibly capture it.
Your orders are shoot to kill. Protect yourself at all times. Mr. Spock?
I merely thought that if the opportunity arose...
I will lose no more men. Be killed on sight, and that's the end of it.
Very well, sir.
Mr. Spock, I want you to assist Scotty in maintaining that makeshift circulating pump.
Oh no, is he going in timeout?
Mr. Spock, you are second in command. This will be a dangerous hunt. Either one of us, by himself, is expendable. Both of us are not.
The odds against you and I both being killed are 2,228.7.
To 1? Those are pretty good odds, Mr. Spock. Well, I hate to use the word, but logically, with those kind of odds, you might as well stay.
A little bit confused. I thought Kirk wanted to send him away so he wouldn't like prevent
Negative,
the
Captain.
killing of the
Gone
creature.
for good.
Start immediate evacuation of all colonists to the Enterprise.
Oh dang.
I and some of my key personnel are staying.
We don't have enough phasers for you.
Can we use clubs? We're not being chased away from here. We're staying.
Good.
Good? They can't fight it with clubs.
The reactor will go supercritical in about 10 hours, sir. You have that long to find the mechanism.
Captain, fresh readings within the hour in each of these tunnels.
You take the left, I'll take the right. We separate.
It's fun having an episode just these two. I feel like the odds of both of them dying would increase if they both went the same way as opposed to splitting up. Because whether it's one person firing at that thing with a phaser or two, I don't think it matters too much.
Found a whole layer of these silicon nodules of yours. Hundreds of them.
Be absolutely certain you do not damage any of them.
Are they eggs? Huh. This thing is smart enough to try to use traps?
Yes, Mr. Spock, all right. Seem to have had a cave-in. Charts said the tunnels meet further on.
I find it extremely disquieting that your roof chose that particular moment to collapse.
Yeah, it wasn't a coincidence. Whoa, that's cool. Oh, we get to see that in action. Better start shooting or running or something. What is he? That thing knows that the phaser hurts. Remembers. He's not following his own orders to shoot to kill immediately. So this thing does have some sort of intelligence.
I've just read some fresh signs. The creature is in this area.
You don't say.
It's not necessary, Mr. Spock. I know exactly where the creature is. 10 feet away from me.
Kill it, Captain. Quickly.
Oh, they switched.
I thought you were the one that wanted kept alive.
Yeah, but now it's in front of his very dear friend.
I remind you, it is a proven killer. I'm on my way.
Well, what do we do? Just talk it over? Well, you can be hurt, can't you?
Oh, he showed him. I thought he was turning around to leave.
We just sit here?
Does he want his little plate back?
No, don't shoot.
But what do we do? A trade? They need some kind of reactor part, right?
Seems to be waiting. I tried talking to it, but didn't do any good. Yes, they're all through here. All over the place.
They must be eggs. Or poop.
You're aware of the Vulcan technique of the joining of two minds.
Oh, we're aware.
You think you can get through that thing?
We gotta get close to it. Is that a good idea?
Spot.
Do you even know where its brain is? So if it's protecting offspring, it is a reason why it could become violent all of a sudden.
Ah!
Oh, Spock didn't like that.
Pain! That's all I got, Captain.
That's all you got?
Waves and waves
Just
of
pain?
searing pain.
Because we shot its ass off, or is it deeper than that?
No kill eye.
It can write? The common language?
Evidently, it gained an immediate knowledge of us from its empathy with me.
Oh.
In my brief contact with the creature's mind, I discovered it as a highly intelligent, extremely sophisticated animal. In great pain, of course, because of its wound.
Yeah.
But not reacting at all like a wounded creature. It calls itself a Horta.
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 If we could only win its confidence. Dr. McCoy, grab your medical kit and come down here on the double. I've got a patient for you.
This is a silicon-based form of life. Dr. McCoy's medical knowledge will be totally useless.
He's a healer, and let him heal.
He'll figure it out.
I want to know why it suddenly took to murder.
To obtain that kind of communication, Captain, it will be necessary to touch it.
Yeah, I was thinking the mind would meld to its full strength from that distance. Because when we saw him use it before, he was getting real close.
Where are you?
We're at the end of the tunnel. Mr. Vanderberg and his men are here, and they're pretty ugly.
That's not nice.
Under no circumstances allow them in here yet.
Murder! The thousands! Devils! Eternity ends! Chamber of the Ages! The altar of tomorrow!
What?
What in the name of... What is Spock doing? It's wounded badly. You've got to help it. Help that?
That's your patient. Altar of tomorrow? What? Chamber of eternity?
The thing is virtually made out of stone. Help it. Treat it. I'm a doctor, not a bricklayer.
Why didn't they bring the... They don't have that piece anymore? I mean, I guess maybe super gluing it back on. I don't know if that would really help. Spock is still in there.
Tell it we're trying to help.
Is the end of life. Eternity stops. Go out to the chamber of the ages. Cry for the children. Sorrow for the murdered children. The thing you search for is there.
I love how they've taken this monster hunt story and turned it into something completely unexpected.
That murdering monster's in there, and we're gonna go in and kill it.
You're going to stay here.
Yeah, you asked for the Enterprise's help. You already lost your chance to try to deal with this yourself. So somehow this thing was trying to repopulate, I guess. And then the children, oh, they are eggs. I thought they were poop. I thought it was pellets of like rabbit shit or something. I'm a little bit disappointed that we didn't get a joke at the end of like...
Right, Lieutenant. Just beam it down to me immediately and never mind what I want it for.
Bones
I just
giving
want it.
Spock crap for carrying poop or something.
It is time to sleep.
No.
It is over. Failure.
It can't live without that little piece on his butt.
Death is welcome.
Oh, this is sad. I love
Let it end.
how this mind meld gives us
Here,
an opportunity
Spock.
to show Spock like feeling emotion,
Spock. Spock.
or to let Leonard Nimoy
Spock.
like, you know, put his acting skills to use.
I found the unit in there. It's in pretty good shape. They're eggs, aren't they?
Yes, Captain. Eggs.
Miners must have broken into the hatchery.
They didn't tell us
I
that.
wonder.
There, they're coming.
They did not tell us. Hey!
Come on.
How you doing, Doc? I'll let you know.
Oh God, what is that goop on his hands?
No, don't fire!
Kill it! That thing has killed 50 of my men.
You've killed thousands of her children.
What?
What?
They're her eggs.
So that's why.
There have been many generations of Horta on this planet. Every 50,000 years, the entire race dies, all but one. But the eggs live. This creature here is the mother of her race.
Well, Horta, intelligent, peaceful.
That's why they live down
You
here.
had no objection to sharing this planet with you until you broke into her nursery and started destroying her eggs.
Yeah, exactly. Wow.
We didn't know. How could we? I mean, if these eggs hatch, there'll be thousands of those things crawling around down here.
This is where they live.
They were here first.
Here's your circulating pump. You've complained that this planet is a mineralogical treasure house if you had the equipment to get at it. They tunnel, you collect and process. And your process operation would be 1,000 times more profitable.
Sounds all right if it'll work.
Except for one thing.
Kirk's done it again.
The Horde is badly wounded. It may die.
It won't die. My golly, Jim, I'm beginning to think I can cure a rainy day.
Can you help?
Helped it? I cured it.
How?
Well, I had the ship beam down 100 pounds of that thermal concrete.
Oh, it's
mostly silicone.
concrete.
So I just troweled it into the wound, and it'll act like a bandage until it heals.
Well, you're a carpenter now. You can start laying some bricks too while you're at it.
Tell her our proposition. She and her children can do all the tunneling they want. Our people will remove the minerals.
It seems logical, Captain. The Horde has a very logical mind. And after close association with humans, I find that curiously refreshing.
Spock says, this might be my new best friend, Kirk. Sorry. Very good job to everybody.
Just wanted to tell you the eggs have started to hatch, Captain. First thing the little devils do is start the tunnel. We've already hit huge new pergeum deposits.
Once Mother Horta tells her kids what to look for, you people are going to be embarrassingly rich.
Oh,
You know, the Horde
wow.
aren't so bad once you get used to their appearance. Thanks for everything.
Our pleasure, Chief.
What a happy ending.
Vanderberg said about the Horde is exactly what the Mother Horde said to me.
That humans
She
are ugly.
found humanoid appearance revolting, but she thought she could get used to it.
Oh, she did she? But tell me, did she happen to make any comment about those ears?
She found them the most attractive human characteristic of all.
She really liked those ears?
The Horde is a remarkably intelligent and sensitive creature with impeccable taste.
Because she approved of you.
Really, Captain, my modesty.
I suspect you're becoming more and more human all the time.
Captain, I see no reason to stand here and be insulted.
Ahead, warp factor 2.
Oh, cute ending. After a very heartwarming resolution. I'm all smiles after that. A little emotional. Okay, so I don't have too much time, but let me just kind of reiterate some of the things that I was saying about the episode. I'm just gonna kind of scroll here, see the screen caps, and try to remember everything that was going on. So like I mentioned, I really enjoyed how it kind of subverted our expectations that we were just gonna basically we were going to have to try to figure out how to defeat this thing was going to be like the conflict that had to be resolved. Going in, hunting a creature, and finding out how to destroy it and then destroying it. And everybody, is happy except the thing that just got killed. Instead, it was completely different. And two things that were my favorite things about this episode. One, again, like I mentioned, all the time that we had with Kirk and Spock together and just kind of their back and forth and talking things out with each other, not agreeing, but being amicable about everything. And even though Spock had his reservations about Kirk's orders, ultimately he did, carry them out. Or was willing to. I also liked how we see his emotion coming out when logically he said we should try to capture this thing because it could be the last of its kind, and we should study it and all that kind of stuff. And then also again logically, because Kirk is the captain and he should survive over anybody else probably, but I think there was an emotional, I'd like to think, this is all pure speculation. I don't think anybody could say just by watching the episode alone what Spock's motives were to changing his mind about killing the thing when he saw that Kirk was possibly in danger from it. Logically, Kirk should survive because he's the captain, but I also would like to think that he just didn't want to see his friend die. And when he sees, you know, his best friend Kirk in danger, that he decides, you know what, it doesn't matter if this thing is the last of its kind, because my friend matters more to me than, you know, this species surviving and all that stuff. I like to think. What do you guys think? And the second thing that I really, really like, oh gosh. Well, that was already 2 things. And you know what? I think I have a couple more. I loved the mind meld thing. And again, like I said, it gives Leonard Nimoy a chance to show some of the range of his acting abilities that we don't often get to see, with him showing emotions like pain and torment and suffering and things like that, which is I think he pulls off really well. And lastly, I really enjoyed that the 4 of them were able to really shine in their roles, that being Kirk, Spock, McCoy, and Scotty. They all played a really vital role in making sure that this was resolved. Scotty, of course, with his makeshift equipment piece that was able to give them some extra time in order to solve the issue. Bones using his creativity and ingenuity to figure out a way to heal the creature through unconventional means. Spock using the mind meld and being able to really connect with the creature on a logical level. And Kirk just being a damn good human being. What do I mean by that? The reason that Spock gave not to destroy this creature was a logical one of it's the last of its kind. The reason that Kirk hesitated to kill this thing immediately was not the same as Spock's. It was because he felt compassion. He saw a creature that appeared to be in pain, perhaps searching for help, and he just couldn't bring himself to do it. Since I just edited for YouTube the Taste of Armageddon episode, and I'm reminded of Kirk's speech of, we have these tendencies as humans, but we can also choose to do something different from what we would normally want to do. Different from being aggressive and violent. And Kirk made his choice. And if you think back, or if we think about it moving forward, Kirk oftentimes does make that choice. The one that he believes is correct. He goes completely against what so many others would do in his situations. He went against me again in Taste of Armageddon. My thought was, you know what, let's just get our people out of there and let's let them deal with their thing. Let's not get involved. If they want to have this war with computers, then so be it. And Kirk said, you know what, this doesn't sit right with me. And I know it gets kind of messy with the what do you call it, the prime directive and all that, but he basically followed his heart, and he does that a lot, and that's what makes Kirk so special. I think he gets something in that damn full mind of his, and he just doesn't give up and he goes for it, and that's the only thing he can do, because that's who he is. Okay, I'm starting to ramble now, and I really do have to go do my live stream in 1 minute from now, so I better get out of here. But another really, really good episode. I really, really, really enjoyed that. Very thoroughly. Very good. Man, making a top 5 or a top 10 list is going to be so hard. There are so many episodes that I would put in a top 10. It is more than 10. It's more than 10. And I still have more to add to that list. So it's going to be tough. Real tough to make a top 10. I don't think I could do a top 5. I think I'd have to do a 10. Because, yeah. Can I do a top 20? How many episodes are in the first season? 29? Can we do a top 29? If you include the cage, it's 30. Can we do a top 30? All right, anyways, thank you guys again for watching. Please leave a comment. Let me know all your thoughts about this episode and why it's amazing. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.